Mark Orkin is a psychotherapist and a motivational humorist. And for those of you who don't know what that means, it means he can get a lot of work out of you while you're smiling. He's widely recognized and respected as a keynote and kickoff speaker, and additionally as an organizational development and team building specialist. Mark has authored numerous books and publications dealing with workplace survival, burnout, anger management, and safe stress in the workplace. Mark Orkin, please welcome him.
Thank you. Let me tell you my first experience as a stress expert in New Orleans was with a tough group. I can still see them sitting around this long table. And you could cut the tension in the room, really, with a knife. Who was I talking to? VA hospital head nurses. Let me tell you, I mean, they're battling lack of resources, administration, ego-driven doctors, patients, family members, staff. As I say, the tension was palpable. And then they introduced themselves. Walker, W14. Thompson, W16. Jones, W20. I said, it sounds like reporting from your battle stations. And all of a sudden, the sighs and nodding heads let me know I was on target. In fact, that day I learned how you can tell how stress and burnout is not just affecting individuals, but teams, departments, entire institutions. The tip-off? Their two favorite slogans. Do your 8 and hit the gate. 9 to 5 and stay alive. Believe me, these ladies knew stress. Okay, well, let's find out how expert we are on this subject. So, here's what I want you to do. I want you to make little clusters of, 4 or 5 people. So just turn around, join your neighbors, those people that are, kind of cluster around. Form little clusters. Sometimes it's easy just turning around, look at the people behind you. Whatever way you want to do it. Just come up with your little clusters. You can do it with 3 if you want, whatever. Okay. Well, this is a good clustering group. That's what I like. Group that doesn't suffer from claustrophobia. Okay. Now, it gets worse. I promise it'll get. Okay. Now, here's what we're going to move right into what I call my 3B stress barometer exercise. Here it goes. How does your brain, your body, and your behavior let you know when you're under more stress than usual? How does your brain, your body, and your behavior tell you when you're under stress? Now I'm going to need one person also to jot down your group's discussion, be like a little recorder. So, okay, give you a few minutes. Brain, body, and behavior. How do you know those? How do those things tell you when you're under stress? Go. Okay, it was a New York minute. Now, do we have a bold group willing to share their list? Okay, I see a hand. Well, we'll get started, and if you can project.
Upset, nervous, lack of patience, headache,
Talking fast. No, let's go down slow. Upset, nervous, lack of patience.
headache,
Good, headache.
shoulder tension,
One of my favorites, shoulder tension. We'll get to that.
defensive,
Paranoid. Oh, we're getting into the...
confused, forgetful, shaky hands, sweat.
Confused, forgetful, shaky hands, and sweat. I don't know if I still have a therapy practice if I can be... Okay, let's give that group a hand. They did a good job. Very good. Okay, who else has got a list that they're willing to share? Okay, all the way in the back. Oh, wait, maybe we have a mic.
I told her I could talk loud enough without it, but she didn't believe me. Okay, eating candy, specifically chocolate.
Oh.
Don't think as clearly. Irritable, hot and sweaty, tired, aches and pains, more emotional, low concentration, stomach ache or upset stomach, ulcers, and unapproachable.
That sounds like a really battle-tested group of. Okay, very good. Let's start out with eating, right? When you're under stress, aren't there some of us that eat a little bit more to kind of take off that edge? Now, are there any folks that actually lose their appetite and eat less when they're under stress? Of course, we hate those people, don't we? Really, it's... What about sleep? Sleep, right? Aren't there some days, I don't want to get out from under these covers for nothing? Yet aren't there some people that know all the best buys on eBay and QVC Home Shopping Channel at 3 in the morning? Absolutely. But, let me ask, is there such a thing as good stress? Do you do your best work when you're totally laid back? No, there's a little bit of that performance edge. In fact, we know we do our best work. We have that kind of peak performance experience when there are at least these two conditions. First, we have, there's a sense that there's a challenge, but we have enough confidence and competence that even if we get knocked on our derriere, we're going to figure out a way to bounce back. And we have an optimal level of physiological arousal. That's that good juices flowing. It's when the stress is ongoing and there's no relief in sight, when there feels like there are too many demands, too much responsibility, not enough control, authority, or autonomy, that's when normal or good stress turns into chronic or distress. Does that make sense? Oh, I can't resist this one. Someone mentioned, I think, shoulders or anybody with the neck? I call it the baby boomer back. Anybody with the jaw? TMJ. We know what that TMJ really stands for. Too many jerks? We know that one. No. Okay.